You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level. Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV. You're watching fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. I'm your host, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and joining me as always is my co-host, Diann Floyd Boehm. Diann, welcome to the program.
Thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here, considering everything that's going on with you. You are going through one of the most stressful things in life, the therapists tell us. You are moving. How is that going?
I know. I'm so excited. It's going well. I'm in what's going to become the new Story Garden, but literally right outside the store, people are moving furniture. And anyway, I'm not.
That is
John's
so
telling
exciting.
them where to go. It is exciting. You know, when we left Austin, we were going to be gone just 3 to 5 years. But the experience was so incredible. We stayed 14 years, and it's been 15 years since we've been back in Austin because we did some traveling, as you know.
So what is it about Austin that is so near and dear to you that you wanted to come back?
Well, first of all, we raised our children here. They're all young adults now. But Austin is the beginning of the hill country. So actually, we're in the county. When we first moved here, it was country. And now the country and the city have joined together. But literally, we can be out in the hill country in no time. And that's just the beginning. And of course, to anyone else, like you're in Colorado, our hills would be molehills for them, but we Texans are real proud of our hill country because our land's so flat. So when there's a little bit of hill, it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's fantastic.
So we have a rim for you.
All right, I like it. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to traveling again. I think you might have heard that I said on the last show that we're actually going on a trip. So a little road trip for the weekend, which is nice.
I'm so excited for y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. So you had some other excitement this week. You had a big reveal. Do you want to share about that?
Yes. And I have my books here for you right here. This is my grandma Ruby when she was 16. And I wrote a book, historical fiction based on her life, Rise, A Girl's Struggle for More. She wanted to be educated. She was born in 1904. And so it was very different for young girls to really want to go to college, but she was determined. So it's a really fun story. And I also have it in dyslexia font, so everyone can read it. And Dr. Jacalyn, you're one of the first people for me to share it on your show. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Diann. Congratulations. It looks beautiful in person. I love it.
Thanks. And if you look real close, you're right there on the back of the cover.
Oh, I love it.
So thank you.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you, Diann. Thank you.
Welcome.
So this is not your first book. And before we bring out our guests, I would love to just spotlight you and tell us all about your writing. You are published and award-winning, an international award-winning children's book author, and you have traveled the world. You have friends all over the place. I'm always amazed when you bring people in, I'm in Dubai, I'm here, I'm over there. So tell us a little bit about your journey to get to where you are today.
Thank you. I'd be more than happy to. So my journey to here, oh my goodness, that could take a whole movie actually. But what's really exciting is that I started off as an educator, but I've always been a storyteller. always. From the moment I could string sentences together, my mama said I hadn't stopped talking. And I have 5 brothers, and they would call me motor mouth because I was always talking. There was so much to say and so much excitement going on. So how fun that eventually through life I took my stories and put them to print. And what I really love to share with everyone is my books are about inspiration to believe in yourself, to love yourself. It might take you 10 years to get something done, but if you stick with it, it can happen. You just have to believe. And that's what I really want to get across, because look at me, it's happened. It's taken a long time, but it's happened, and I never, ever stopped believing. Thanks.
Thank you, Diann, and thank you for sharing that with our audience. You're always so full of joy and inspiration. And as I've said many times, you have such a beautiful heart and soul. You've introduced me to so many wonderful people. It's like one person to another person, and every one of them has had something amazing to share and to give to our audience and to me as well. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's easy to do when you're an angel on earth, and that's what you are.
Oh, thank you. Back at you. We're going to bring our guests on. We actually have 2 guests today, a mother and a daughter, Carole and Steph. Let's bring them on. Yes. Hi, Carole and Steph.
Hi, guys. Hello. Welcome to the show.
And we're just going to let our audience, so there is a little bit of delay. There's like a 5-second delay. So, yes. So, Carole and Steph, where are you joining us from today?
We're on Westgate-on-Sea in Kent, in the UK.
In the Kent, in the UK. Nice.
Very nice. And we heard from other guests we've had on that it's very hot over there in the UK. Is that so?
Absolutely. Yeah. Really hot. And mind you, today it's a bit cooler. We've got a bit more wind and less lunchtime. It's cooled down a little bit today.
On super hot days, I like to get the water hose and just spray down like a little kid. I love it.
Because we're in a second floor flat, so second floor apartment. So we haven't got the garden. No, we're not that lucky. we have to resort to showers.
Okay. I think we're having a little difficulty hearing you. If there's any way you could speak up just a little. So, Carole, you're an author, and Steph, you're a model.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm afraid to talk for fear that.
Yeah, no. So, for the audience, just a reminder: there's this delay. Carole, if you can just turn up your computer so it can pick up your speech a little bit more. I think your computer's far away from you. The computer teacher in me is coming out, Dr. Jacalyn.
Very good. I like it.
And Stephanie, you'll need to use your words. Okay. Great.
Yes. So, Carole, you've written a book of poetry, and I believe you have the book there with you.
I do. It's right here. Roller Coaster of Life Poems. And I've called myself, let's try it that way, CT. That's by me, my author name.
CT is your author name. And bring it down so I can see the title of the book. Hold the book back up so I can see the title and read the title to us. There it is. The Roller Coaster. Oh, nice.
Very nice. Good visual, too. Carole, what was the impetus for you to write the book?
Okay, well, I've actually written it at different stages during my adult life, but it actually come about writing the actual book after I had a breakdown. And when I was going through all my coaching and being helped through my problems, I was writing poetry. It was just coming out, and I was having to write it down. And I was showing the coach And he said to me, "You need to write these and put them in a book. You need to write a book." And I told him he was mad. I said, "I'm not writing a book. Are you mad?" And he went, "No, I'm you write this book." So I collected the poems, and they're sort of they're a collection of poems from 1990 to about 2020.
Nice.
Because I'd already started writing poetry on and on, but when I went through the breakdown, they just flowed out of me. So I had enough to write a book.
Well, congratulations.
Sorry, they range from sort of fiction, fun, scary, love and emotions. So there's a lot for different people in the book. It's yeah, it wasn't. Anyway.
You know what's so beautiful about you writing the book is that, and it really, Dr. Jacalyn, goes with what your speaker on your earlier show was talking about. You have 6 seconds to decide what you're going to do, right? She said, she was amazing. And anyway, so Carole, you were like, "Are you deaf?" Right? But you did it. You took those 6 seconds and you did it. And that is great. And poetry is very difficult to write. And I'm just, my hat's off to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a hard style of writing.
I find poetry quite easy. It's one thing I do find easy to write. I've always liked writing, but poetry seems to come, just flows out.
That's so beautiful.
Since I haven't published it.
I think you have a songbird angel. I think anyone who can write poetry has an angel on their shoulder that's a songbird, because poetry is very poetic. Obviously, what am I saying? But it's, you can turn a lot of poetry into song is what I'm trying to say.
For sure. Absolutely. Carole, we would love for you to read one of your poems for us. That'd be great.
Okay. I had one chosen for me to read to you, and it's called Friendship. It says, "When you receive this card, I hope that you can see it's not just a professional approach that I wish to be. I hope that this can find friendship so true that can even grow all year through. Friendship should be treasured and never thrown away. So please consider true friendship here from me to you today."
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Very nice.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Carole, I'd love for us to talk about Steph and her journey as a model and how you are supporting her in that.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Stay with us here on USA Global TV.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Garden. Your host, Diann Boehm. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Diann Floyd Boehm tells wonderful stories that warm the heart, spark the imagination, and unite people and families across generations. For children, Diann's Harry the Camel connects with all of us who've ever wondered how different our lives might have been if only we'd been born something better, like a wonderful horse instead of an ordinary camel. In the end, we all learn along with Harry that there's nothing better than just being yourself. Diann's Little Girl in the Moon looks down on earthbound children and wonders if they know she's just like them. A story of love, home, and the bond between mother and daughter, its powerful theme that we're each of us different yet all of us the same plants a seed in children that promises to blossom within a loving and trusting grown-up. Diann's new biography, Rise, recounts the experiences of her grandmother, Ruby, to reveal the hidden strength of the human spirit. Ruby's story inspires all of us to become the best versions of ourselves. You'll find all of Diann's delightful books and much more at DiannFloydBoehm.com. Visit DIANNFLOYDBOEHM.com. That's DiannFloydBoehm.com.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Hello and welcome back to USA Global TV. You are watching fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. And the star of our show is Diann Floyd Boehm, who is in transition and showed up beautiful anyway.
Thank you.
And our guests joining us from the UK are Carole and Steph. Carole is an author of a poetry book that she just shared with us and did a reading of one of her poems. And Steph is a model. And we actually have a beautiful photograph of her. There you are, Steph, looking stunning. All right, let's talk a little bit about your career as a model. Steph, how did it start?
Yes. It started actually when I was about 7 years old. I took part in a charity fashion show for Jambor Africa, which helps FGM in Africa to raise money for girls out there and different people like that. And it started when I was 7, and I asked my mum for so many years, I want to get into modelling, and she kept saying no, 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 no. And she finally said yes when I was around 15, and I had a trial in London with a agency, and then after that I had a photo shoot with another photographer to help get my portfolio up, and ever since then it's just been going uphill really. I've had a few publications in different magazines. I've had my photo on billboards. I've been on TV, radio, and yeah, I found it hard as a person with autism to look people in the eye and to speak to my own mum sometimes. But modelling has helped me over the 5 years that I've been modelling, and it's coming up to 6 years in August. So that's helped to improve me in confidence and to help me blossom into a better version of my own self.
Wow, fantastic.
Beautiful.
Going on 6 years. That's amazing.
And so young.
What does it mean for you to be a model?
Say it again, Dr. Jacalyn. What was the question?
Steph, what does it mean for you to be a top model?
It means everything to me. As someone who struggled with confidence and anxiety and stuff like that in life, it's helped to bring the proper me out. Way I find it a lot more comfortable in front of the camera than rather than being behind it. And we've had a few obstacles along the way, but as someone with autism, like I've said a million times, it's to be expected, but modelling has really helped.
That's great. And where do you hope your modeling will take you? Besides just being on camera or on film professionally, are you hoping it helps you? You mentioned Kenya, so I guess you really enjoy helping others. If your career takes off in an even larger sense, what do you hope to do with it? More reach out programs? I'm curious.
My biggest ambition and dream is to be on Vogue, or at least in Vogue. So I'm aiming towards that. I would also love to help more charities along the way. I've helped quite a lot of charities, and the next one I want to help is the Autistic Society, to raise awareness of autism and to show people that have autism that they can do things that everybody else can, that we're not special or weird or anything. So still do anything that anybody else does in life, because we're all the same. We just see the world in a different way.
Great. Helping charities is very important. I always believe that if no matter where you are, like I was sharing with a young girl in Dubai, but she was really from Bangladesh, and I asked her, I said, so we help you, meaning our church, what will you do and turn around to help people in your country? Because I really wanted to make sure that she knew that she had to turn around. If she was blessed, that she turned around and blessed others, and she gave the right answer. So it's very important. So it's good that you're going to be doing the same as well. And Vogue, yay! We love Vogue. I remember
Yes.
When I started reading it for the first time. How about you, Dr. Jacalyn?
Absolutely. I always loved, I forget which month it was, but when Vogue comes out with the big, thick
The super
edition, the super thick, and the pictures are amazing. And I had to understand the fact that a lot of times the designs that people are wearing, that designers have put together, are not actually for the public to go out and purchase. It's really art.
It is art. Some of those, like there was one where the dress was like all feathers in the trail. It just went on, and I was like, man, I would love to just have that on for a moment and sing in that. But you're right, it's a work of art. And Steph, I'm sure you would be absolutely stunning in one of those Vogue magazines. And so Vogue, if one of you are listening, just know that Dr. Jacalyn and I love you. And we have a young model for you. There she is.
There she is.
It all started here, kind of, anyway.
Steph, I have a question for you. So how do you manage the requirements and responsibilities of being a top model, and then also education and social life and just being a regular girl?
I just take it with respect, really. I mainly do more on the weekends, or if the week comes out. And when I was in education, I have education on, I think, like 3 days a week when I was in college. So I would manage my time that way by working around college and then working on the weekend. So I would mainly do Saturdays. Then I had the Sunday to myself, and then whatever of the day that in the week that I wasn't actually at college, I would do anything with my time. or post on Instagram for my social media work. And I also film a YouTube video on a Saturday or something for the next week. So I always pre-film them so that I know I've got them set, and then I go and edit them with my editor and get them all ready for the day that I post usually on a Tuesday. I'll be coming back to YouTube for anyone that is subscribed to my amazing channel.
Well, good. I'm glad you didn't let it go to your head. You know, Dr. Jacalyn and Steph, when I was younger and started modeling, and very similar to you, Steph, I hadn't planned on doing anything like that, but a person I babysat for told me I could win some college money, and if I entered this contest she was going to put together. And my mother was like, no way, I am not having a daughter in one of those. But I'm like, Mom, it's about talent, that's all I care about, etc. But anyway, I did start winning, and like you, I thought I don't want to let it go to my head. And of course, I had 5 brothers to make sure it didn't, because they would always tell me how fat and ugly I was. And I couldn't sing. Yay for brothers, right? I love them all. But I would literally make sure that the neighbors knew I wasn't letting it go to my head winning a crown or anything like that. So I would put my hair in sponge rollers. And in those days we had this net that went over it, you know. Do you remember these? And then it's all pink and had little bows all over it. And are you ready for this? I would mow the front yard. So if a neighbor drove by, there was like, okay, yeah, Diane's still Diann.
She's still down to earth with curlers in her hair.
So I think it's really important not to lose who you are as you're trying to improve. You don't lose your heart and soul. What do you think, Dr. Jacalyn?
Yeah, I think they're.
I always said so.
Yes, Carole, I'm wondering. In addition to your role as her mother, how else are you supporting Steph as a top model?
Okay, well, it's been a journey in itself, because not knowing at the beginning how to go along and get into the modeling world, it's been quite a learning for me as like her manager, because I'm managing her because she's freelance. So I've had to do a lot of research, try and find the right people to get in with, and find the right circles. And we've managed to find places like a dress-up day where she could build up her confidence, so she'd go out and get dressed up in all these lovely clothes with this group of people. And then the photographers would take photographs, and she'd get the photographs for her portfolio. And from there, we then managed to find other circles of people that sort of follow online and then get in with, and taking part in as much as we can. We just done Chat UK just recently, which she applied for a couple of years ago, but she wasn't really ready for that. So we went back to it this time, and she managed to walk for about 5-6 designers or something.
Yeah, about 6, I think.
Which we were really happy with.
And it was helping another charity as well.
It's charity work. She's in with the Beauty and Brains, and they are raising awareness for knife crime, because there's a lot of knife crime at the moment. So she took part in the pageant for that, which is what that photograph was from. So she's trying to do her part as well as get out in the world, and doing her model. But trying to find the right people. We ended up going to the 529 Club here in London, and they have sort of people like actors, models. Hollywood, yeah, it's all to do with the Hollywood crowd. And they, obviously you've got then the chance to either get into film if you want to, or just carry on your way with the designers that are there as well. So yeah, it's been a really long journey, but it's been certainly a big learning curve for me as to how to find things and get her there. But
That's
she can
so
always improve, is what I told her, which is why she set her head.
That's so interesting, because I don't know if you know Deborah Wooten. She's the actual founder of the 5 to 9 Club, and we have a show every week on Thursdays, which is called 5 to 9 Club Creatives.
Oh, look, they're smiling. Yes, for those audience who are watching on the radio. So that's good.
Yeah. We know quite a few people there. Philip Chan, who's been on your show and helps with your show. He actually invited us there from another fashion show that she took part in.
Wonderful.
So that's how we actually got into it. Yeah.
Phil Chan's great. He actually sends a lot of guests our way.
Yeah, he's a great connector.
So he is. Carole, I want to share with you, you're doing the right things as a mom. It's I know personally, in helping people in the background with pageantry, that it can be, sometimes they have what's called a stage mom, and you certainly don't sound like you are one, so that's really good. Do you see yourself, or are you, when she's what you're waiting for, are you writing poetry? Do you see a book coming out, the stage mom poetry or anything? That would be really fun.
I should really write one. I have actually got some poetry books that I haven't published yet, but I've got like 3 different ones that are actually in just waiting to be edited and published. And I'm also writing my life story, so it's still on its way, but we'll get there in the end.
Yay.
But yeah, I might do that. You never know. Life of a model mum.
That sounds like a good title for a book, definitely. We're actually going to take another break.
Yeah, well, So I've got 2 children. One likes being in front of the camera, and one likes being behind it.
Ah, smart.
So it's very
Covering all bases there.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we're going to take a break and hear from a couple of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back after this message. Thank you.
Thank you.
The music, services, and programs that we offer at Listening to Smile are based off of scientific studies and research, along with our own personal experiences and testimonials from our clients and our affiliates that we work with worldwide. My own personal journey began in around 2010, and I tried to find relief from a chronic illness that I was diagnosed with. And the traditional ways of healing, they tried to fit me in this box, and that didn't work for me for so many reasons. And this led me to a self-discovery that I never expected to be so life-changing. Healing is multifaceted. It requires us to really look at our whole selves and to get really honest about what we see. I started to see movement towards recovery when I started to integrate yoga into my life daily. When I started to incorporate the music into all aspects of my life, including my yoga practice, my healing completely accelerated. And listening to Smile's music helped me to open my consciousness. I was able to open my eyes to new perspectives and make changes that I needed to make in order to recover. The most noticeable difference that I saw right away, like immediately after listening to my first frequency track, was how much my anxiety completely stopped. There was such a relief. My mind was actually quiet for the first time in so many years. I felt safe. I felt this comfort and this peace immediately. I continued to listen daily, and I found that amazing things were happening inside of me. I felt calmer, I felt happier, I felt like I was in this little bubble of peace. Physically, I started to see the changes happening. I started to see the things happening in my body that needed to happen for me to heal from my illness. I felt empowered, I felt hopeful, and something that I hadn't felt in years. This is why we at Listening to Smile integrate yoga and Listening to Smile music together. We see such a huge benefit from integrating the music into other modalities of healing. It accelerates these modalities, it steps them up to another level because it works on the brainwave states and the neural pathways in the brain. This is something that is not very easy for us to do alone at home, but the Listening to Smile music makes that possible. This is where real change happens. This is where the body and the mind sync up and work towards health of the being as a whole. That is true health, and Listening to Smile frequency music will get you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Hello and welcome back to USA Global TV. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and star of our show is Diann, Floyd, Boehm, and our guests are joining from the UK, Carole and Steph. Carole is the author of a poetry book, and her daughter is a top model. Steph, welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
So before we went to the break, we were talking about a number of things, but also the role, Carole, that you've played in Steph's career. And I'm just wondering, as we close out the show, how is it for you as a published author, knowing that you have other opportunities for publications, and then also being a mom, and then also being a model mom? A mom of a model. Is that right? Mom,
there you go.
Model.
Stage mom, model of a model.
Thank you.
A model mom. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I feel that I've actually achieved something when I did the book, and it's driven me to write some more. But I've actually enjoyed following Steph's journey because her issues she's had, because she's autistic, and all the challenges she's had to face. It's nice to see the growth and see how, what a difference being in the camera has done and given her that confidence and so on. So yeah, I enjoy it. I'm going to continue doing it, obviously, as long as she needs me. And we just sort of see how it goes. I also have a catering business, so it's trying to find the time in between to do that. So,
wow. What kind of food?
We do party food, so it's all little canapes.
Yummy.
Well, yeah, I'm hungry anyway. Sounding good.
Yeah, and I do like jellies and curds and things like that.
And we do jams, different jams.
Yummy. Jams.
Jams. Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best with that catering business. That sounds exciting, especially as people start to get back together.
Yeah, this is it. Once everything all opens up, it'll be different. But, it's been really difficult during COVID. We haven't been able to do anything. We've had to put it on, the back burner. Stephanie qualified during COVID as a patisserie chef. So we want to put her skills to use as well. It's the way it goes.
So it sounds like you guys spend a lot of time together.
We spend a lot of time together, yeah. I mean, she's now branching out a little bit. She's just got herself, hopefully, just got herself a job in the meanwhile. working with in a kitchen and serving customers. So we'll see how she gets on. It's a good experience for her to see how she does.
Fabulous.
In the meanwhile,
That is wonderful. Yes. Well, it looks like we are at the end of our show. So thank you so much for being here, Carole and Steph. I'm going to spotlight each of you or both of you together. Carole, we'll start with you. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
they can get hold of me on Facebook at Carole Thompson. That's THOMPSON. Try to spell my name correctly.
Yeah, thank you, because you know your name for ages.
Oh, dear.
Wonderful. And how about you, Steph?
You can find me on Facebook, which is Steph Lauren Thompson XO, and you can follow me on Instagram, which is www.instagram.com/Stephanie's Modeling, and I will see you there. And also my YouTube channel is Steph Thompson.
All right. YouTube channel also. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We wish you both continued success, and we're really glad that you were here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome. We'll see you again.
See you again. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, and I'll just show her picture one more time for our audience. Absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
Stunning. Yeah, so Diann, what do you have planned for the rest of the weekend? I assume it's going to be unpacking.
Packing, but also, you know me, I am not happy unless I have a lot of things going on. And so I'll be meeting and reconnecting with some of my friends back here and making plans for a lot of new, exciting things. We'll see what happens when you get back. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to tell you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So where can people get your books?
So everyone can always go to my website, diannfloydboehm.com. And just so you know, for those who are on the radio, it's DIANNFLOYDBOEHM.com. And you can find me on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and any local store can order my books as well. And I'd love for you to order them.
Can you show the books again, please?
Sure. This is the brand new one. And Ruby, Rise, A Girl's Struggle for More. Thank you.
I love the purple color. So pretty.
Yeah, he did a great job on the covers, didn't he? And my grandma, beautiful. That's her 60th birthday.
Absolutely stunning. Stunning. All right, Diann, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you? Your website, right?
Yeah, DiannFloydBoehm.com. And anyway, that's how you do it. I'm so excited. I'm just overwhelmed about everything going on. The book, being on your show is such an exciting journey, and I can't thank you enough. But yeah.
Well, I thank you. I'm excited that you're here, and I appreciate you making the time when you're going through such a big move, and you always do the right thing for everyone. So thank you, Diann.
You're welcome. Let me tell you about this. This is a cameo. Can you put it real close so you can see?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I wore it today in honor of my grandma Ruby. It was her cameo, and my mom wore it as well. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to wear it for the first time on your show, because this is all about fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. And jewelry is fashion. So
yes, it's stunning.
Yes. So cameos were really big, especially during the Victorian age. And my grandma always wore. What's really cool about this particular one is that it's a necklace, but also it's a pendant. And so she was always very proud of it. So very special, right? There.
That is special. It is really nice when you have something that somebody else, wore, and it has a lot of meaning.
Yeah, it so does. But now I'm excited that you are going somewhere. And
yes,
share, because we want our audience to it's been so tough this past year, and just taking little tiny breaks and is wonderful. So tell me what you're up to.
Well, I'm going to a family function in another state, and it'll be the first time that I'm actually driving my car on the highway, which, we had a guest on before talking about fear can be your friend. So there's a lot of things I could say that I have fears about for the weekend because, it's been just me and my mom, and now we're going to be with other people and outside. It's just a lot of things, but I'm going to embrace it and enjoy myself.
Yes, yes, embrace it. And I know that feeling and that anxiety because I went through that early on. But once you did it, and you're going to be around people who've done the right thing, that they've played safe, they've made smart choices for their bodies and shots and so forth. So I'm sure everything will be just fine. For you and for other people traveling, one of the things that I used to never do, but I do now, is I get, those paper towels. And when I need to fill up gas, I just actually use a paper towel to hold the nozzle with. So that'd be my big suggestion for you, and lots of
I have to tell you, you hit on something that's so funny. So in the state of New Jersey, they pump the gas for us.
Oh, you're so
we
lucky.
we don't ever have to do that. But when I used to travel, I would always have something to hold onto that gas pump because that gas pump is filthy.
It is so filthy, right?
Filthy.
Absolutely.
Filthy. Then I see people touch their phone, they're eating. I'm like, oh, not good. But
not good.
Yeah, so
do that, and I'm so excited for your mom, and boy, she is a talented artist too. We're gonna have to bring her on the show and have her show off her art.
I've tried, but she won't do it. So for folks who don't know, during the pandemic, my mom and I came together, and we've been together the whole time. And so we normally would not be where we are now. We would each be living in separate places. And because of the pandemic, we came together, and we even made it through the winter in a place that's totally isolated. And usually no one's here because it's a beach town. And so she started painting after a girlfriend of mine suggested that she start with some paint by numbers. And so she has the whole wall filled downstairs, and now she's on to the second wall. She's actually painting a cardinal right now downstairs. And and people want her, they want to buy her art. And I suggested to her that she could start a little business, and she's not interested in that. She just wants to paint because she likes to paint, and it's something for her to do and enjoy.
Isn't that beautiful? But you tell her she's very talented, and that
yes, I will definitely tell.
Share it. There's only so much wall space.
I agree. I do agree.
Well, I know you have another show. It was wonderful to speak to a young model and an author, especially writing poetry. That's very difficult, and my hat's off to her that she used her talent of writing to help her get through some very difficult times. So
absolutely, they're both very inspiring. So thank you again, Carole and Steph, for being here, and Diann, thank you to you for being here. We have several, I think we have 3 or more shows coming up. So I'm going to do a quick lunch break, and then I'll be back here, same place, different time.
And I'm sure I'm going to be listening because every single show is great. So nobody turn off your radio. Go eat something really fast and get back because you do not want to miss a show. Inspiration galore.
Absolutely. So you can listen to us on Business Talk Radio, and you can watch us on social media. So both platforms are here for you. And if you missed anything, you can go over to our YouTube channel, USA Global TV. You can watch all of our shows there live or on the replay.
There you go. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here, Diann. We'll see everybody next time. And just closing out right now.
Bye, everybody.